Hey YouTubers, trying out a new camera. Got me one of these CB Power or whatever it is. The GoPro clones for like 89 bucks with a case and everything. Anyway, we ordered a couple of these Chinese four-wheelers. This one says Bull 150 and that one says 150D. Boxes came a little jacked up. Had some holes in them, needless to say. The top of it's all taped up. A couple scratches I noticed off. But problem with these things, they come with square tires. Look at that, a square tire. That's why no one likes them Chinese four-wheelers. Now I don't know how that's going to work out. It's going to be awful bumpy. Anyway, this had a little scuff on the front. I think I got an arm roll out. Of course, it'll be covered with the rack too. So. But yeah, got a blue one. I want to use this for a while until my son grows into it, and then it's all his. But this one had a wee bit of a scuff here on the back fender. It'll probably all wipe off. But anyway, other than the box is looking pretty rough, can't complain much about them. This camera, my screen kicks off. I can't see what I'm shooting. But anyway, now I got to spend the next day or so getting these put together. Anyway, I want to have some fun maybe. Hey, y'all take it easy. I got to get to work here. I can't jaw jack all day. Anyway, later. Hey YouTubers. Well, we started a little bit before 3 yesterday, and I got them pushed in the garage about 7 o'clock last night. So, looking at 4.5 hours. This one's basically done. It needs a battery, it needs oil and gas. I got to tighten up the one tie rod end that was loose. And then mine, it needs the same things, and it needs the racks put on it, front and back, chain guard. Mine had the worst box. My racks, I pretty much had to repaint most of them. Well, no, they weren't that bad, but they were scratched up here and there. Hers was scratched up a little bit. I coated over. Get you a 96-cent can of Walmart spray paint if you get one of these to touch up the racks. Everything lined up pretty good. Some differences in how these came. The red one did not have the wheel wells, the foot wells, the running boards, or whatever you want to call them. It didn't have them on there. The blue one did. Don't know why. Couldn't tell you why one of them came with that and one of them didn't. Also, my reservoir and probably my whole rear brake system is empty. This one came with fluid in it. Don't know. Don't have no clue why. My brake here on this side was actually put on the axle stub on the spindle, and it got beaten up in transport, so my one shoe is kind of busted. So much busted off. It's not that bad, but I ain't gonna go through the hassle of getting it replaced. But just letting you know, they're different. These spindles are actually pushed in. The tie rod end is unhooked and they're turned back around. This arm here and the little thing for your brake to hold the drum brake, it gets caught on here if you leave the pressure off. See, these two bolts hold it to the they're your actual lower the front bumper bolts, but they actually hold it to the metal frame. And what happens is, if you don't take the outer hardware off of them and turn them out around, whenever you release that, they come up a little bit, and then parts of that get caught on there. So what you can do is You can just I put wood blocks underneath mine and push down on it to get them out after. Well, one of them was okay on that one, and then the other one we got stuck, we had to fix. And then this one, I turned around. That one had the drum brake on it, the one that was broke. And I couldn't turn it out, so I had to do wooden block method on it too. As far as things that were broke or damaged, that's it. I mean, it was in really good shape. I mean, there's a scuff on the hood of this one, which probably armor all, and you won't see it. But other than that, they went together pretty easy. Like I said, it's about 4.5 hours into it. This one's ready to go. I put a little grease on the axle stubs, not because it's lubed, because they're sealed bearings in the front wheels, and then all the bearings is in the center part on the back axle. But I just, so I could get them off in 5 years whenever I replace the tires or whatnot. Basically for anti-corrosion stuff. The batteries that they show on a lot of the videos aren't the batteries that comes with these full-size ones. We got these. My camera, this is a new camera, and the screen keeps flipping off. And you get a couple little containers like that. Yeah, these are overfilled now. I filled them up to the bottom, and I'm like, batteries usually get a lot of bubbles and stuff on the plates, and they'll go down. So I filled them all up to the top. Now this morning, a lot of them are over full, so I'm just going to leave them like that. I'll put the vent tubes on them, which they don't give you. Put in the vent tubes, they go on the side here, and they run down. I'm going to run them down now, so if it spills any acid, it'll fall out of the machine and not, get into the plastic battery box. See what else? They're just heavy to pick up and move. The exhaust, you got to remove this upper bolt to mount. You can see back there, it mounts like a holder. It's your brake light, and it holds the back rack. I don't know how good that back rack is going to hold stuff up, because it's all out on 4 little bolts and 1 little arm that comes around the plastic. But when you take this, you want to have someone supporting this a little bit, because there's no other support until you get up front. So just FYI. The wheel wells we had to put on that one was kind of, you had to flex them and bend them a little bit, but didn't have to do any drilling or anything like that. This one's exhaust has been in, but it looks like it's scratched a little on the side. And then the exhaust on this one's straighter. Another thing I might have to figure out, these wires don't match up. There's a brown one, there's a yellow and green one, and then you got a blue one to a green and black one. They both got a black tracer though. Not sure about that one. I got some zip tying to do to get it up here. The seats come with plastic over them, but be careful when you take the outer plastic off, because it's stapled on at the same time as the the actual covering on the seat. So you just want to kind of keep an eye out for that. These do come with a filter box. The little 90, or I was a little 50 that they got. Its filter's right out in the open, and it's always sucking in dirt. That's probably not good for the engine. Got a little toolkit. I did not get anything. Got a screwdriver and some wrenches and an Allen wrench. That's it. I didn't get like a spark plug wrench or anything. I didn't even use these tools because my tools work a lot better. But anyway, that's what they look like under the seat. Then you got, let's see, what else? Oh, here's something more of a question. Now these are belt drives, the automatics. And if you pop that off, that goes right back into the little fins on the front, like clutch thing. Being at the wheels here, okay, I'm no expert, but doesn't a lot of mud get on that? I mean, is that going to be a bad thing if mud gets back in there and gets on that belt and stuff? I don't know. Maybe something I have to do something. Run kind of like a something up top so it doesn't get mud in there, because that's your transmission. That's the CVT. So, different gas caps. This is a metal tank. I like that. But non-vented, well, I guess there's a vent probably in there somewhere, but it doesn't have the regular tube like on a lot of the ATVs and stuff. But that's it. I'll finish them up this morning while I got shade here on this side of the house, and I'm okay with them. I mean, the box was really tore up, and they put a piece of cardboard over it and taped it. But you know, other than some scratches and spray paint, you know, $1 can of black spray paint ain't that, you know, bad. And the brake pad on the front there being kind of crushed, a part of it, you know, busted off, but it's still 80%, 85% there, 90% there maybe. But that's about all I can tell you. The books don't give you a lot of info to go on. They come with 2 keys and plastic stuck on everything. Still, I'll probably be picking this stuff off for years, but anyway. Don't know why the one came with running boards and the one didn't, but who can tell. But well, I'll finish this up when I get them all put together, and we'll see them run there. Hey, later. Hey YouTubers, one other thing I was wanting to tell you. 7 of my 8 tires, the valve stem was loose in them. When I went to first put air on them, I'm like, that pin's sticking out a bit much. But get you a valve stem core tool and just tighten them up. Mine's held air overnight. They seem pretty good, but you know, like 7 of the 8 valve stems was loose, and I'm assuming that they do that because they're squished in shipping. I was joking about the square tires, but I guess they do that because, you know, there's altitude, height, and loss, and it needs to suck air in and out so it doesn't expand and bust the plastic body kits and stuff. But get your little valve stem core tool. You can get them at Walmart for a couple bucks. Or all real men should have a valve stem. So anyway, if you don't, get you one, because you'll probably need it if yours is like mine. But just letting you know, another little thing I thought of. Anyway, later. Hey YouTubers, the next installment here. Okay, got a nice fuel shutoff valve on the red one. Okay, now the blue one, I still got to get the back racks on it, but the blue one, no fuel shutoff valve, not even a bracket there. And you can look at the line going all the way up into the tank. There's no fuel shutoff on that one. That's interesting. Mine were shipped with oil in it. I went over and checked my daughter's, and I pulled out the dipstick. There's oil in it, and there's that. I started plucking it off. It almost looks like some kind of sealant type deal. I'm assuming they got some RTV or something. Maybe something on the engine that he sealed up. But they do have oil in them. That's odd. They said they're not shipped with oil in them, but they are. So anyway, just letting you know some differences that I seen on there. Later. Okay, Allie, first start, right? We got the gas on, batteries in, charged. It's in neutral. Keys on. It's on. You know how to start her. You may have to end up giving it a little gas too, but it's supposed to have an automatic choke on her. Supposed to. We good? What the heck's all that?
Lights and stuff.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's do this. Not doing. Are you pulling on the brakes or pushing on the floor? Hold on. Your lights ain't on. Did you turn it off or on here, Bubba? Well, your brakes was working 5 seconds ago. What happened? Yeah, this is wonderful for first startup footage. Thank you, Allie.
I broke it.
Listen.
Thank you.
We're not getting anything.
Look at my brake lights again. Turn the lights on. What did we change?
Okay. This is kind of take 2. Our first starting didn't go very well, did it, Allie? Well, so what happened was you have to wire these brake lights in, and we did some of our own taping up and everything, but my daughter did hers, and she the plastic covers for the 3 wires that you got to put together for the brake lights worked apart, and she taped them up, and it was causing a short. We blew both of her fuses and now we're on my spare fuse. But that was our fault. So we never actually got the starter to turn over, so this will be a fresh start. I moved there's a fuse thing hanging down here. I ran it up inside of there so it'd be right by the battery box. It's held off, you know, it won't touch it or anything. But anyway, first start, it's a neutral.
Yeah.
Keys on.
Yep.
We put some gas in it, got some oil in it. Okay, honey, you gotta pull the brake. Brake light's coming on. I hit the starter. You gotta hold it down for a second. More than that.
Give it gas.
Leave off. You don't run a starter that long, you'll burn them up. Give it a second. Remember, we did turn on your fuel oil, didn't we?
No.
Yep. I won't have that problem because my four-wheeler don't have a shut off. Okay. Try not giving it gas because it's supposed to have an auto choke on it. There, stop. Okay. Well, we got an issue.
I broke it again.
You broke it again. Nah, it's just not starting. Can you hit the brake for me, or are you going to rip me out and not let me turn it? Huh.
I see the...
Okay, well, we got some issues.
I'm watching the fan spin.
The first start has had a rough going on here. So, we'll be back. We'll try this again. Ready? First start of the blue one. I don't have a fuel shut-off valve to worry about. We're in neutral, keys on. Hold the brake.
Brake sliders on.
Well, that's not encouraging. Really not encouraging. Okay. Well, boy, neither one of them will start. Yep. We'll leave that one go off. What do you think, Allie? 2 4-wheelers that won't run. Let's check. Oh, get off. Hey, YouTubers. Well, we missed the first starts of both of them. Apparently, if you leave them set for like 10 minutes, they start right up. Because I went and fiddled around with mine. I actually took my plug out and seen if I had spark. Then I dropped it down inside this case, and it goes all the way down in there. Don't start it like that. Okay? What happens is, you just got to hold it by the very electrode and get it started in there. Anyway, get your little magnet toy and it'll come right back up out. After you let them set about 10 minutes, they start up. Because I went back to hers and it fired up and I'm like, great, missed that first start. And then she rode it around for a few minutes. They say run it for 5 minutes and then put new oil in it, which don't make any sense to me. Hers didn't want to go very good, and there's a rubber burning smell with it. I think it's some oil getting burnt out of the clutches, or it's just burning up the belt. I don't know. Anyway, I want to take them ride mine for 5 minutes and see, but I just wanted to show you they do start up. Here, Allie, I'm going to hold the camera here. Both of them didn't have to actually do anything. key on. Mine was running. Dang it. They do run. Oh, I swear to God they run. They just ain't doing it on camera. Okay, maybe they don't run. I'm lying to you. I swear to God, this one fired up, didn't it, Allie?
Yep.
And she ran hers for 5 minutes. But okay, cut the video. Okay.
Wait, no.
You sure there's the red light on there? It's recording.
Yes,
numbers
it is.
Okay, there we're good. Okay.
Sorry about
My
that.
kids have technical. You think kids could really use electronics? Not so much on it. Okay. I'm just proving that hers does start. I hope.
Push the gas.
I did a little bit.
I already told you, whenever you push the gas.
No, I did not set this up to do this.
The fuel.
No, I turned it back on when I was...
Neutral?
No, they don't run. I was just lying to you. I swear to God they started. Don't look at me like that. Okay. Okay. We couldn't get either one of these started just intermittently. Well, comes to test, I'm a freaking moron. Okay, now, this is your kill switch. It kills either way. But to actually start it, you have to push in on it. Then, okay, back up, Allie. You can turn your key on, okay? And you can start it up. Oh, you gotta hold a brake. Okay. Don't push button. They run whenever you can start them right. If you can't start your four-wheeler, you might not be able to ride.
Daddy, put it on
Yeah,
first.
you gotta push the right button. The owner's manual doesn't tell you anything. This is pretty much worthless. So anyway, you gotta push in on that button. And then you can kill it. But before you start it again, you gotta push in on it. And these you can hold either brake. I was watching on YouTube and someone said you had to use the back brake, but it will start on the front. And they start right up. You don't have to crank them for 3 hours. So that's this one started. It probably would have went a lot better if just pushed in on the button. Okay. Okay, first start. Well,